see. Pointing to the sky. Ooh, man, that light is. Cool. Open up Godot. We're on the second episode of King of the Hill mod. Like a script. Okay. Whoa, what the heck? All this. What the heck happened here? What's all this stuff showing like that? Okay. Let's get in the flow state, I'm gonna say. He was sharing the link around. Yeah. Okay. Mic sounds pretty clear. Put this up as well. You guys hear me pretty good. So let's go ahead and launch Battlefield 6, see where we left off here on this mod. A couple broken stuff, that's for sure. There. Okie dokie. Oh. Last thing we were doing was this King of the Hill mod. Okay, so all the flags show in the beginning, which is pretty cool. I like that actually. Ready up stuff. Oh, I also gotta see if I fix that too. The pre-match UI not working for stretched res. I'm gonna make sure we fix that. Yeah, apparently I got the map name still on my brain. Should it be Siege Cairo? But we can ready up. That is wrong. So what we're gonna do is make sure that we can teleport the players. It's trying to spawn them somewhere and it's not spawning them correctly. So this cannot move and the match starts. Stay stuck. I like the boxes. So the UI is completely messed up. Get a screenshot of that. So that stuff needs to be fixed. I also have my notes here. Updated. Broken stuff. That's no longer showing unknown strings. Okay. Let's go ahead and make a prompt here. Give it some screenshots. Match container UI to be compatible with stretch as players have made for we can UI to empty container has deploy deploy the players. Another thing I was thinking about was this is kind of like weird because I'm writing all this, but I'm not explaining anything. My bad. So I was thinking about the spawn system. I think there could be like actually different clusters within the area triggers that we have. So basically, what the heck? Oh yeah, they're right here. Okay, so we just, for this, for A, right? We have this area trigger that's here. This is one whole other side, right? This will dictate like if they flip the spawns. But let's say this is the initial one. We're gonna actually have to create this one here, and then like one over here or something, right? Keep them all like 3 meters apart. So this one's 3 meters. That's completely wrong. Why is it doing that? That's not. Oh, now it's giving me the correct meters. Wow. Before it wasn't. So 60 meters. And it's a little shorter actually. 60 meters, right? So we'll have to keep this 60 meters too, which is a perfect like distance too, right? So that's one spawn, and then these guys will spawn here, right? But then if they push over here for the 8 meters distance check, if there's an unsafe position here in this cluster, then we'll swap them to like, let's say this side. It's a little further. Could be like somewhat, they could be around here. It's a little further. Or here. Oh, that's problematic. I think right here would be perfect. But then they'll get literally like... They'll literally get best spawns. But yeah, we could do that later on. But that's what I was thinking about if we have like problems with the spawn system later on. Another issue currently is, alright, so okay, we have pre-match working, and we need to update the pre-match container UI to be compatible with stretch rest players. Issue currently is that when the pre-lev counter, that is 5 seconds, teleport them on deploy the players. We teleport each team to the preferred initial object IDs we use for clusters. Another issue is that 15 seconds to start phase ends and gets stuck at 0. Never initiates live phase. The pairs movements and firing stay locked. very big issue is the UI not being aligned. Center with their containers. We need to fix the UI with its current. I'm gonna give it some help here. I have some repos that I got. Where the heck? Bro. I think it's this one. Ooh. And then we're gonna give it actual screenshots of if hill mode and imitate that UI. There we go. Okay, so plan mode. All right, so that's good. I'm gonna go ahead and I hit enter. There you go. I was like thinking for a second. All right. So currently we only have A spawns, but I want to make sure everything runs before we keep working on it. Eventually B is going to be here, right? So most probably what's going to happen is the spawns will switch to like here. Yeah, 60. That's 60. And then this spawn will be nope. So if they're spawning here, 60, 70. So most probably what's gonna happen is this is gonna be the bad side, right? So players would wanna swap over to this side. We can actually use the same polygons for this next capture, which makes sense. Yeah, that could work. Around this, the current script. Okay. Well, I'm gonna take the time here to talk about some competitive organizations in Battlefield 6. When in the first episode, I did not mention these guys, but they for sure need to be mentioned. So before I forget, we have Team Warfare Network. They have been around for a while, since even Battlefield 2 days, and they're an organization that believes in open sourcing most of their projects. So that's a really good thing, and they have a repo and everything you could check out if you want to get some resources for your LLMs to look at and help you build codes and your IDE. This organization is really good for that. Did they welcomes? No. Oh, about right here. They have it somewhere. Okay. I think they have it on their website. Let's just check out their website. Alright. So they have tournaments, ladders, all that stuff that you can sign up for. Where did they? Let me see. Is it there somewhere? It's has to be somewhere. Are you about? Well, I don't. I don't see it. Should be here on the website somewhere. Yeah, I don't. Weird. Okay. It has to be on their website. Or. Oh, right here. Got it. This is their repository. Team Warfare Network, Battlefield 6 portal. I believe they have like their experiences here. They have all their 2v2, 1v1 tank modes, tank only, and Henleys. Yeah, they're also working on a conquest mode. They need help testing because they're running into server performance issues, and the only way to test that and figure how to fix that issue is by having more players join in on the server. But it's hard to, get much like enough players to join in to do all that testing, so they need help with that. Okay. Okay. This is Battlefield Portal Hub. Okay, I think that's about it. Okay, what's this here? For the 5-second transition, objects should deploy. Players be deployed. Configure cluster anchor. Yes. I should. Yeah, she got hand away. Definitely don't want to introduce buttons. Apparently buttons are not that compatible with console, so I try to stay away with UI buttons. It's just a lot easier for players to just go and interact with different interact points to do different things, switch teams, or like ready up or whatever. Planning, right? Yeah. So I actually like that the flags are all being displayed at the very start, like when people are joining in. That shows them which each flag is. Araby Hill, I mean. Once I get this done, should be easy to make the rest of the maps. So just a little bit of waiting and here and there. Alright. Let's go over this plan. It's not too big. Rebuild pre-match UI and set an empty parameters. Players keep the UI on screen. This might break the UI, sadly, so we're gonna have to see what happens. Waste a 5-second redeploy and deploy. Transition with direct team teleports to failure to closing. So we're gonna install a match on live face. So it's a native stop panel dark. Ready. Add missing ready count widgets currently referenced. Cluster rules ready text. Center panel. Add missing ready count widgets currently referenced. Did I just read? Oh. Add a pre-life teleport helper that uses clusters. Remove from initialize. Pre-live teleport already deployed players instead. Deploys during game steps. Countdown transition checks from update URMS. Oh no. Do not /update string text so that it still needs to say deploy. Actually, we do not need to have countdown. Just here's and all players ready. Start. Initiate. Oh, it's spelling that wrong. Eight. There you go. We could just remove that 5 second. We don't need to undeploy players anymore because we're just teleporting them. In my domination mode, I use spawners, so it force spawns after undeploying them. Let's open this. Go ahead and implement this. Gaspad Aimer in Battlefield 6. Are glass pads actually that good? It's working. All right. Stuff it's doing in the background, huh? Wait, let's hope the pre-match UI doesn't get completely busted with this change. Yep. Oh, actually, I'm gonna launch the game. I need to play some of that Cedar Cairo King of the Hill mod. I mean, mod. The actual native game mode. See more of the spawn points, more or less, where they're spawning people. So we can just do that. Use that open on the other monitor. Custom King of the Hill. Siege of Cairo. Let's go ahead. What is this? See if we could get native. Never got native. Packs. It's gonna spawn us right next to a flag on domination. Wow. There's no players in here. Level 5, level 5. 2 brand new players. It's currently 11:51 p.m. my time right now. So I've been wanting to do this, keep working on this mod, so doing it. Even though it's late. Time not just 3 milliseconds. Okay, perfect. King of the Hill. Okay, I'm gonna try to wrap around immediately and try to find where they're spawning. See if I can flip them. I gotta add these tires. Get a good picture of these tires. Oh no. Why are they even going that way? Just try to wrap around as much as possible. Is this car? I think that car is there. Oh. Wow. Why are they randomly like on the opposite side of the map? Alright, this Codex just finished working on that script. But I'm trying to see where they're spawning. Yeah, they're definitely spawning in that. They're definitely spawning over here. Have to be. Yeah, we just flipped. This guy just spawned here. So, is that truck normally there? I don't think that truck's there. Let's see if anything changed on this side of the map for this flag. Is this car normally here? Let's make sure that's... I know that's there. I don't think this is normally here. I don't think this is normally here. For sure it isn't. This is added. This as well. This is all added, I think. I didn't. It's weird. I didn't think I remember this tree being here. These are... yeah, that car's there. That car's there. This is the one that's... Look at this beautiful head glitch. So, where do we spawn? Oh, we have C. Let's check it out. Okay. Oh shoot, we spawned right back here. That's kind of nuts. So this is a C spawn. That's really close. Wonder where they're spawning. Oh, what the heck? Oh, this is another spawn. Straight. Right here. So, where are they spawning? Huh? Spawning behind them somehow? Is it because they pushed the other side of the map? they have to be spawning like B side or something? This guy just spawned here, which will on spawns that I just had. So are these guys spawning? Where are they spawning? Where are they spawning? Where are they spawning? Oh, I think I just heard something. This guy got me. Let's see what the spawns are for here. Ooh, this is a nice spawn for D, huh? Sure, that's... They are definitely spawning in that room for D. That's horrible spawn for D. Wow, okay. Why do they gotta move? Oh, look at this. So the spawns are kind of dynamic. Depending where players are on the map, it looks like. Looks like they got control of like this whole other side of the map, so now it's spawning them. Spawning them on that side, so they flip the spawns basically. Alright. Oh, where are they spawning still? Someone's spawning over there? I think they're spawning... You know what? We're gonna have to make like a bunch of different spawn like clusters and just change them according to where players are on the map. I think that's gonna be the most. We have to do that. I just spawned here. For E. That's it. These are all the objectives. Look at this, where I spawned. Where the hell am I? Oh, I see. Some other spawns. God, they're like... Ow, A, look what we're spawning for A. Nice. Changed. Not spawning over there anymore. So changes. Changes depending on where players are on the map. Ooh. You can barely hear the game, so. Alright, I think we're done here. Let's go ahead and look at the script. Should be loading over here. Scripts. Let's load in bundled TypeScript file, the strings, port, save. Should be synced. That's not showing correctly. Now it's. Alright, see how broken it is. I have a feeling this stream is gonna be a little shorter than the last one, just because kind of late. Oh, what the heck? What is this? Wow. Okay, bro. You are something else, Codex. The LLM just has a mind of its own. It just freaking. Alright, well. Ooh. Okay. I stayed stuck crouched. And ooh, that's one other thing I realized. Yeah, the UI is still broken. And also, yeah, this is not working either. Not even detecting that I'm in it. Okay. Okay, well, you just destroyed my rematch. Okay. Changed everything on it. Only asked to add a parent container. Need you to adjust stays on left side of your screen. To be center. Another issue is that top but it's still not aligned. And first detect where entered area trigger start score. Another thing is that the match countdown UI stays visible after it starts. I don't know why the hell it's recreating like everything from scratch. It's so stupid. I need to re-give it. I forget. I already have modes, like, I already have modes that are working. And it's like trying to make everything from scratch when it literally has perfect references of everything that's working. Really? Sick. Um. Right. It's kind of dumb. Stop. Right. 250. I think we're gonna have to guide it here and create one scratch, I guess. But even doing that will confuse the crap out of it. So I'm gonna like just try to make it force it to learn how to do it correctly at this point. What's this about?
Muy buenos días amigos de Legión. Chacales ha quedado campeón de manera contundente en contra de USC en la Liga CBL, torneo al cual nuevamente les recuerdo que no pudimos inscribirnos porque estábamos fuera de los grupos de Facebook. Esta Warcita o Scream de nuestro team, raza latina en contra del campeón, pienso que vale la pena mucho de ver, ya que ambos equipos íbamos con nuestros jugadores titulares y sobre todo se jugó un día antes de la final de la CBL. Desgraciadamente en la única ronda que perdimos solo estábamos jugando con 4 jugadores, ya que uno de los nuestros le subía el ping a 350. Son cosas que están fuera de nuestro control, de nuestras manos. Sin embargo,
Everything's in Spanish here, but
Argentina ya está acostumbrado a salir de este tipo de situaciones, inclusive más complejas, pues ha sido múltiple campeón desde Battlefield 1, Battlefield 5 y hasta la fecha. En el transcurso de la ronda se fue rectificando el camino y se jugó realmente a lo que sabe jugar este team. Si por alguna situación quieres formar parte de este equipo, si te llama la atención de competir, deja tu comentario en la parte de abajo. Bien, raza, los dejo finalmente con el videito. Hasta la próxima.
Não dá pra jogar assim não, cara. Olha meu ping aí.
Ah, mira, es que también Mateus está jugando con 300 de ping, güey.
Ok. Estaba segunda ya sé.
Ah, están guachos los dos, Uno en
Ok.
la esquina, te piquean dos. Si no, vaquete. Solo
Me quieren buscar acá.
Mateo, ¿no?
Háblenme.
Otro más.
Cabrón, no mueras, cabrón.
yeah. Well, look at here. This is an issue ongoing right now in Portal, where there's just a select few like codes that are being, for some reason, decided by the developers of Battlefield to get 60 hertz, and there's no path or any way of knowing how to get 60 hertz in your codes. There's no like application, there's no way of contacting them. it's only like, I don't know. It's as being such a huge like company, I don't think that's the right thing to do, not the right path. You should allow other organizations to at least have the opportunity to apply, let's say, right? At least know that you are like in contact with the dev team for Portal to get your codes to 60 hertz. And either they tell you, hey, at this moment we're not going to be giving you 60 hertz, but you know, we'll look into the future, whatever, or tell you like, hey, you need to meet this metric or meet this goal or whatever for you to be considered to get 60 hertz. Right now there's none of that. It's just whoever they, I guess, deem worthy. That's what it seems like. And then you obviously are hurting other creators by doing that. I don't know why they would decide to do something like that, but as you can tell, the first thing players are going to do is start differentiating other creators' codes and basically saying like they didn't get 60 hertz because they're bad. Like their mode or their Portal experience is not good enough. So as you can tell right here in the chat, you can literally see this is 30 hertz, you know, crap codes. And they instantly don't even want to play this mode that me personally, and I generalize this for any other creator, not just me, but that we literally made and let's say spent nights, long nights, all-nighters, I did, to get these codes up. I made 7 different maps. They're all literally just like the native maps for Domination, and I have no response yet of getting to 60 hertz. So I'm gonna leave it like that. And it's not just about me. It's even if they were to tell me like, hey, I was actually thinking about this, like, hey, we're gonna give you 60 hertz. And I say, well, I don't want to get 60 hertz unless you tell other creators that they have the opportunity to get 60 hertz. Because I don't want to have 60 hertz and then have other people that I know have their experiences and they don't get 60 hertz. Why? Why shouldn't they get 60 hertz? Like, what's going on here? So as a community, we should come together and be like, hey, at least give us a path to get to 60 hertz. Like, what do we have to do? Right now, we're just on the limbo. Like, it's all like, you know, someone needs to know a guy to talk to directly to the development team to be able to get to 60 hertz. So that's me just pointing that out. And then you're splitting the community by doing that.
Va a mirar medio.
Se vaqueó totalmente.
Sí, se vaqueó.
This is just one league that used the codes that I created, right? And then we also have Cypher Competitive League that is still, they're about to have their grand final match on these codes, and we are on 30 hertz. But what we're gonna tell the players, like, they want to play on 60 hertz, right? And we're like, no, you can't play on those because, you know, we've been using these codes throughout the whole entire season. We can't just change mid-season and specifically like for the grand finals. So.
Dos son dos.
Entró pantera, man. Medio, entra pantera.
Conmigo.
Yo de...
But yeah. Let's look at this plan. Start the original pre-match panel layout in styling, keeping only the key pre-match UI on the left side for the search players. Fix Kino Secretarial UI. Players unlock. Did you just ignore everything else I've said? trigger not detecting trigger. Also, let's swap. Is being aligned. This thing is trying to freaking cut corners. Add this also to. It's like completely ignored me. It's only changing stuff for the pre-match. What the hell? Okay. Protective A trigger fix. The treat save. No. No. There are other UI like bars for friendly and enemy. Add this. Vibe coding to the max. Okay. Opened score boxes to equal width and mirrored max position, so friendly under punch. Keep friendly partners. I'll go ahead and implement that. Watching this video.
Muerto. Me quedo uno más.
¿Ya va segunda?
Muerto.
Nice, yes, sir. Easy.
Vete a check. Ahí está.
Me voy al medio.
Easy. Alright, so you get some context.
¿Alguien ve esa?
I play for Chacales, and we've played against these guys, but they made a new team called Raza. Just a Latin American teams, and yeah, like they beat us a couple times in some scrims. We were playing against them to practice for the grand final of the CBL league.
Izquierda, toda la izquierda. Alguien por
And then the team that I play for, Chacales, we won the championship.
Okay, me voy, marca.
So these guys are kind of salty because they were not able to join the tournament because it had already started. But the thing is that these guys are just part of a team that lost. They were playing in the tournament. They just rebranded, or not rebranded, but they left the other team and made a new team with better players.
Fondo.
And now they're basically like trying to say like we aren't really the champions because they weren't in the tournament to play against us, and now we have to prove that we're champions by basically versing them and winning them, and now they're trying to say like we lost to them a bunch of times already in scrims.
Sí, sí, sí. Se metió a la tiendita.
¿Están pushando ya full? ¿Va a ser
Le pegué, le pegué.
Erigo Chel?
No murió.
So basically, they're trying to say like we're not really champions.
Ay, no, güey. Pusharon dos, güey. Dos.
That is not legit.
Y no, había uno. Hola, nice. De alfa para ahora.
Rangel, ¿lo cogiste? Ahí nomás, uno más. Ayuden a Rangel ahí.
I'm back. This is funny.
Me muero.
Buena. Me estoy reteniendo muy cabrón. Maté a 3, vamos.
Ok, buena.
Bueno,
¿Te ayudo?
bueno.
Te maté el doctor.
Buena,
Dale, dale.
buena.
Yeah, definitely. Forward.
Alright, kill me right there.
Right side, 20.
Buena.
Maté,
W, quédate ahí. Yo estoy velando aquí en medio.
güey. Está.
Right side, 20.
Bueno,
Nice.
muchacho.
Ixi.
Caralho, MVP com 370 de ping.
El Mateus matando con 300.
Damn, Mateus.
Güey,
The god.
pegó.
The Brazilian god.
Brazilian Goat, puta que parió. Mis Brazilian Goats. Mi 20.
Lagueriño macaquiño.
Lagueriño player.
Well,
Maybe just like push hard on the left and the head glitch of this guy even when we try.
about to finish. Eating some cheese. Okay. Just finished. I'm gonna load in the new script. It's saved. What? Player health at 150. So when they do that, no one says anything. But when I suggested it, people were going crazy. Oh, don't change the health. Oh well. I had suggested changing health for players because the TTK in the game is too fast. Or they're saying that you shouldn't touch anything for it to be a different from the native game. And oh, look at that. Okay, that looks somewhat better. Way better. Let's see what happens when you do stretch res. Alright. Nice. Okay. Okay. They're all active. Nice. Okay, the progress bars are still not centered. The timer is not correct. Ooh. Yeah. Okay. Score is working, at least. Lot of work to do. Let's see what happens when the next one starts. Should start 6. Alright. Yeah, look at that time nudge. Is at 4 milliseconds. Really good. So, there's a couple of things I don't like already. I know that the progress bars and all that stuff is not correct. But, I don't like this container. I think it should only show up if it's being contested. Or it could show up, it's just needs to be moved up higher. The Y offset has to be higher. Which we can most probably do that without giving it a prompt, but yeah, I might have to go into the actual code and change things around manually. Because it's not too good at doing UI. Like, we can most probably make that crown smaller. Make like another box container or whatever that we can put the crown and the 250 in. Like how the game UI is, the native mode. Try to make it that it uses a C flag, like this flag. It goes right under there, or like you can't see my fingers, but it goes like right under the. See, it goes like right here, and then when you get in the objective, it goes away and goes here, but like. Neutral, why is it neutral? Oh, is there someone in there? Okay. There's a timer out top. So that timer is working. We're getting there, bro. This is only the second episode. We're almost done. It's pretty fast, to be honest. Actually, let me. Oh, wait. We should be getting the same exact spawns, probably. As a matter of fact, let me redeploy. See what happens when you respawn. I haven't even tried that yet. So we're not done yet. That's the biggest problem with this mode is the spawns. Oh, look at that. We're in the freaking sky. Look how far away though. Yep. I knew that's gonna happen. So it's teleporting us to the wrong area. Because it has the IDs. I thought I took a picture of that. Pretty sure I did. Oh, let me see here. Yeah. Yep, these are the IDs we're missing in Godot, so that's why I teleported us to like nowhere. Another issue is in Godot, the spawns. These are usually the same IDs. These have to be 7. 7. Oh. That area check is correct. So export this. And make sure to update the map file. So that is fixing it, so most probably it's gonna actually give us the correct spawns now when we restart. At least initially. Because if I'm team 1, I should be spawning by A side where domination is. So let's see if that fixes it. So that's awesome that that's working. With the stretch res players, been an issue in my domination mode for a little bit. So, oh, there you go. Oh, wait a second. Let's restart. Let me see something. I just noticed something. I think the orientation of the player is completely off. Let's try that again. Yeah, I'm looking the complete opposite way. So, most probably what we have to do here. Where are these facing? That's the correct way. So we have to actually face them the opposite way? That's interesting. Hit control and move this like this. We're gonna see if this fixes it. So wherever we want them to face is actually the opposite where the blue arrow is going. This one's another one. So opposite of the blue arrow. Right. And same thing with this. So the blue arrow is actually not just the way we want them to face. It's weird though, because like I was facing the correct way when I spawn on this side. Let's see what happens. Export. Resave. You know what's really crazy is like I went through so much like it when I was creating domination, and also like there's so many things that are not documented, so you don't know what is going on a lot of the times. So testing is like really important. I've done so much testing that when I see an issue, I already know what it is. But imagine if you're new to this, it's like you're gonna break your head figuring out what the hell it is, why it's not working. But you know, I see it as like I teleported to the middle of like nowhere. It's because I haven't inserted the objects with the correct IDs for those spawns when, let's say, it was a C objective, which is here. So that's the reason. Which that's why I took this picture. Make sure I have all the IDs. Right. I changed the orientation. I export. I don't know if I did that already, but I'm doing it again just in case. Saving the experience with the new spatial data. And we're gonna quit out of here. You have to quit completely. You can't just hit restart map. You have to rehost completely for it to be updated script or spatial data. We go here and it should be updated. And now we're gonna check if it is facing us the correct way. That's another issue, is you don't ever want spawns to make the players face the wrong way. Damn, it's gonna be 1 in the morning almost. I've been streaming, well, almost gonna be 2 hours here. A lot of this is like vibe coding and then just testing. Alright, there you go. Now we're facing the correct way. There you go. There you have it. That was weird. You saw that? It like built the flag container and then it made it go away. So there's actually an issue with that. We don't want that to happen. Because imagine if you have multiple players, that all happens at the same time. You want to actually spread that job out. Because not all players are going to be instantly on that flag, so it's not needed. So it will separate that job out so that the server performance doesn't get hit. And the progress bar colors need to be changed. Should be. I don't know why the heck it's that dark color. It also shouldn't be blurred. It should be. Just be solid and have opacity. Lowered opacity or alpha is what the number you change. So, this one's going. So now, if I redeploy, we're gonna get teleported. Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna stop here because I'm kind of beat today. But I wanted to do something at least, and I keep telling myself I want to live stream and do. We'll keep working on the mode. But we made some progress, not as much as I wanted, but we'll be ready for this third episode. Third episode, we're most probably gonna do a lot more work. So it's gonna be probably like 4 to 6 hour stream. So just stay tuned for that. Alright, everyone. Be heading out now.